how do I take jiu-jitsu to the next level? This is a hard question, and it's not because we don't know what to do next. First, we need to ask ourselves where we are right now. What is our level? What's our benchmark, right? So jiu-jitsu in general, in my opinion at least, is very difficult to measure. Not because it's hard to do jiu-jitsu, it's because we as individuals vary. Our brains work differently, our bodies have different shapes and sizes, we have different power, strength, and then we are just different people. And that introduces a large diversity in who we are, what we do, and how we do things. In addition to that, jiu-jitsu continues evolving every single day, every week, month, and year. There's new things being introduced in jiu-jitsu. Some things are being removed and forgotten, and it's just ongoing moving target as all of this unfolding. So in order for one to say, how do I take it to the next level, we really need to understand where we are right now. And sometimes it's hard to see that, where we are. What we see of ourselves is not always the truth. So a few things you can do right in that spot. First, if you want to see how fluid and how smooth or how effective, efficient your technique is, record yourself. Simply record a video of you sparring, rolling, drilling, and so on. You're going to see things that you might have not noticed up to this point. Two, talk to your instructors. That's what they are there for. That's their job, to give you feedback. An instructor who doesn't give you feedback, that's difficult for me to comprehend, because it's my job, in my opinion, to give all my students their feedback. It's my job to give them a perspective where they are, what they are doing, how they are doing, and keep that open communication between instructor and student. And then from that point, you can start establishing your goals. Where do you want to go? And part of that goal establishing should be talking to your instructors and seeing where they want you to see. Again, jiu-jitsu is so fluid and so a lot of diversity in jiu-jitsu as far as where we could go, and the expectations from different people and different instructors are very different between the academies and just individuals, right? So understanding where you are is number one. Understanding where you need to go is number two. And from there, we can start developing goals. I've made many videos as this one, or episodes as this one, about establishing goal, measuring jiu-jitsu, digging deep, find them. They are useful tips in there. But from a fundamental perspective, we have to figure out how to maneuver through these milestones. Now, there are some generic and very general high-level expectations of each belt, right? And I think that those milestones should be considered as part of these conversations, right? So there are certain things that are expected of white belts. But before you move out to a blue belt, one would think, I would hope that your academy has some expectations to frame each student into gaining those skills and continue growing. Hopefully it's not just attendance. And their actual skills, jiu-jitsu skills associated with that. And as you go through the belts, the expectation will be changing. Not necessarily increasing, but changing. The focus should be changing. As you gaining more information, as you gaining more knowledge, as you continue growing as a jiu-jitsu practitioner and going through that journey of jiu-jitsu as an art. Now, besides the belts, you can be taking your jiu-jitsu to the next level by increasing efficiency of your technique. So you don't necessarily need to be gaining more knowledge, but you could be gaining efficiency, smoothness, effectiveness of the current techniques that you have. So see, taking it to next level is a very vague statement. You really need to define what this means to you in order for you to start establishing goals, milestones, and continue working towards that goal to become really, really, very effective. No matter what you do, make sure you have fun. The moment you stop having fun, this becomes work and becomes hassle, and it becomes just an obstacle. And often, unfortunately, that does not work as well as enjoying the grind that we put on the mat. Keep on training. Peace.